What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another life update / work update. I'm going to try to focus more on life. Love to give y'all work updates, but life updates, I think, are actually a little bit more personal, and I want to get personal with y'all in some way, shape, or form. Not sexually, but anyway, I'm not even going to go down that dark alley. But anyway, so life so far has been very interesting. I haven't really had like a social life per se. I did have my fantasy draft 2 Sundays ago, and then I had another fantasy draft last Sunday, and the day before that we went to my nephew's birthday party. That's the reason why I couldn't have the draft on Saturday. And then Friday, I don't think we really did anything on Friday, but I was just, I don't know. It just, like, somebody asked me the other day, they said, what do you like to do for fun? And I was like, yeah, I like to do a lot of things. And then I started thinking in my head, like, what do I do for fun these days? I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, all I do right now is go to work and go home and make these videos. That's pretty much all I do. Play a little Madden and clean around the house. So in a nutshell, pretty much what I like to do for fun is act like an 80-year-old. I mean, we did go see a movie, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the other day, actually last week, and it was good. I liked it. That was probably the first movie I've seen since Far From Home. I want to watch more movies, but, you know, with budgeting and also bills and car payments and all that good stuff, sometimes it's not really in the cards, and we have to wait till Tuesdays to go see it when it's we got a couple of theaters here that like to do $5 Tuesdays, and one of them is Hollywood 16, and then the other one is Synergy, which is a brand new kind of like a family entertainment center where they have an arcade, they have a bar, they have a restaurant, they have bowling, laser tag, escape rooms, movie theater, if I haven't said that already. So they have like a little bit of everything and anything to do in there. So we went, and that was the first time I actually went to the movies in that theater, and it was actually pretty nice. The seats recline, and they have heated seats for your butt, so you can have some toasty buns while you're eating your popcorn and drinking your sodas. And I didn't drink my soda. They didn't have tea. They didn't have unsweet tea. They didn't have sweet tea. Hell, I would have taken raspberry tea or peach tea. Peach tea. Wow, I just got really, really southern and hick on that one. But so I had to settle for fruit punch, and we got about halfway into the theater, and then my arm started feeling kind of wet, and I looked down, and there was a crack on my lid. So the crack like went right down my arm. Like I was holding it with my left arm, and it just dripped all the way down because my arm was slanted. I was like, are you kidding me? So I was just like, geez. And it did it like 3 or 4 times. And then the reclining seats in front of us, you have like a retractable, like not retractable, like a swinging, like a little desk looking thing. And that's where, because you're what's the word I'm looking for? You're persuaded to order food for the movie during the movie, and they actually serve it to you and bring it to you. I only saw like 1 or 2 people do that, and so I had it like there most of the time, and then I would push it back. And I'm usually in charge of holding the popcorn. So I have my wife on my right and Chris on my left, and then his sister, and then our friend Bailey, not Chris's fiance, but a friend of a friend's at the very end. And it was just kind of like Jocelyn and I just eating the crap out of the popcorn. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a nice guy, and I'm gonna give Chris some popcorn. So I gave Chris some popcorn because he, at that point, I thought he paid for the tickets. I was like, Chris is paying for the tickets. I'm just going to give him popcorn, you know, just to be a nice guy. So he is just devouring this popcorn. And then Jocelyn kind of like taps me on the shoulder and she's like, what the hell? I was like, what? He paid for the tickets. I'm giving him popcorn. And she said, he didn't pay for the tickets. Ashley did. His sister paid for the tickets. So I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm going to need that back, Chris. No popcorn for you. You didn't pay for shit. So that was funny. The movie is pretty good. The walker, the contortionist is probably my favorite part in the movie, where he's all like walking on all fours and then backwards and stuff like that, and then he like dismembers himself to get out of a situation. That was cool. Thought the scarecrow was kind of cool, just the after effect of that. And then I like the fat woman. I can't remember the fat woman's name, where he's like going down this corridor and this woman appears, and so he turns around and she's right behind him, and then before you know it, like she like starts closing in every which way. And Chris and I, like the whole time, Chris is like, juke that bitch, juke. And I was like, stiff arm, hurdle, do something. Because like she was fat, but it wasn't like she was taking up the entire hallway. You can clearly just go past her. But no, this guy was just like, you know, it was slowly closing in and sealing his doom. And it was just kind of like, so anyway. So that part was interesting. Just Chris and I kind of on the same wavelength when it comes to that. So, do football moves like juker, you know, stiff arm, hurdle, do something. Jesus Christ, you're gonna die. And then of course there's one part that kind of ripped off of Taken, and there's this kid under the bed, and then he's getting followed by this chick. And then the chick pulls him from under the bed. I know Taken, she gets pulled out of the bed, but no, she's like in the walls and shit, and she's like pulling him like into the walls and into the floorboard, and it was kind of ridiculous. So anyway, there's that story about the movie. What else is going on? Jocelyn and I are actually going to go to Albuquerque this weekend. We're going to do some camping, camping with her dad and her sister and her brother, and it's going to be fun. I haven't really gone camping per se. I've only been camping a couple of times, and it's in Palo Duro Canyon, which is about 20 minutes from here, 20, 30 minutes from here. And that's probably the most camping I've ever done. And there's not anything like too ridiculous like that. But I was like, I don't think I've actually ever been like camping in the woods, like legit camping in the woods. I don't think I have. I'm more of an air conditioner and room service kind of camper, if you get my drift. I like to go to hotels. I like the free breakfast and stuff like that. You know, call me a city boy. My wife does it all the time. She's a country girl. Like, she grew up, you know, showing sheep and lambs for 4-H and stuff like that. And I grew up here just watching Saturday morning cartoons, eating Cocoa Puffs out of my belly button. Just kidding, I made that last part up. I didn't eat Cocoa Puffs. It was actually Cocoa Pebbles. Anyway, so I'm gonna go camping this weekend, and then on the 11th we're actually gonna go see Kiss in Albuquerque, and this is the Kiss's farewell tour. This is their end of the road tour, which I know they had one back in the 2000s. What the hell happened? That was saying goodbye to the original lineup. This is actually them like stop touring. I'm sure that they're gonna have residencies, and they're gonna, you know, show up every once in a while, like in casinos or in like whatever, or like playing halftime shows for events, stuff like that. But I mean, it's not the end of Kiss, it's just the end of them like touring the way that they do, because they tour like ridiculous amounts. Like, some of their tours last like 2 or 3 years, and from what they make this sound, it sounds like that the end of the road tour is going to last about 3 years. And what they're going to do is, they call it the victory lap. They did the United States, and then they did part of Europe, and then they did actually, they started in Canada, then the United States, then Europe. Now they're back in the United States and Canada, and eventually going to go to like Mexico and Australia and Japan and all that stuff. And then they said they might loop around back to America, and if they do, I'm going to go see them again. It's just one of those things that I have to do, rite of passage. So this might not be the last time, but it very well could be. So I'm looking forward to that. And then apparently that weekend, that's when my my mothers are actually going to have a birthday celebration for me. It's a month and it's about 5 weeks late, but you know what? It's better than nothing. So they're having one for me and my nephews and all that good stuff. And honestly, that's probably just like the most life stuff I got going on. Work's going okay. We got a team member appreciation week next week, so I'm trying to get an ad done for that. That's what I spent most of my day doing. Did a make sheet video for the Tri-State Fair coming around. We're actually, Toot and Tillem's actually going to sell their own turkey legs, and so I had to do a make sheet for that, and like I do like a video, and then they wanted me to do like a giant menu thing that shows like sausage biscuits, you know, oven, microwave, what temperature to cook them, what temperature to hold them at, and how long to hold them, you know, all that good stuff, military time chart. Finished that, and he's going to present that to the district managers tomorrow to see if there's any corrections I need to make on that. I did notice, however, that on one of the menu boards, I did see like they broke up the word cheeseburger, hamburger, double cheeseburger, double bacon cheeseburger. Instead of like cheeseburger being one word, it's 2 words. So I did make it 1 word on the list, and I'm sure they're gonna be like, go fix that. Like, okay, damn it. So that's that. How are you guys doing? Let's get a conversation started. Please leave me in the comments how you doing today. What do you have planned for the week? What do you have planned for the future? Just let me know, and let's get a conversation started. Guys, thank you so much once again for dropping by, and always remember, my little piglets, Colin Porkchop loves y'all the most, so y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!